feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time.
Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Hello. Okay, today we'll be looking at how to calculate your ovulation cycle and get pregnant. We started this series this week, and we asked that you send us re-ovulation or re-menstrual dates for us to help you calculate your ovulation cycle. So we are on now and we are live to calculate real women's cycle. So these are cycles from real women. The first one we're taking is from Mrs. Erica. I hope you are there. And so for Mrs. Erica, we are going to be looking at 4 menstrual dates from her. And that is for April, she had her menses April 30th. Then for May, it was May 31st. For June, okay, it was May 31st to June 5th, so we can understand that. So for July, it was July 1st, and then August 14th. So now, in our last series, we said the first thing and the best approach The best approach for you to calculate your ovulation day is to use your average menstrual cycle length, which I termed AMCL. So this is the best approach for you to use to calculate your ovulation day, and of course to get to know your fertile window. So for Mrs. Erica, like I said, we're looking at April 30th, May 31st, July 1st, and August 14th. So let's get to know what is our average menstrual cycle length. So now, amazes menstrual. So firstly, we're going to look at menstrual cycle length, and then we're looking at April 30th, May 31st, July 1st, and then August 14th, right? So now, to look at, for us to calculate our menstrual cycle length, we're looking at this day to this date. Day April 30th to May 31st. Then for this cycle, you're going to just go to your calendar. Let's check how many days length she had during that period. So I'm going to my calendar. Just go to your calendar. Then go to April 30th. You're looking at April 30th, right? So for this date, it was on a Sunday. April 30th was on a Sunday. And then from there, you start counting to May 31st. 24 hours make one day, right? So all you need to do is from 30th to 1st, we make one day. That is 24 hours. 30th to 1st of May, we make one day. So you're not going to start counting from 30th. You just from here do to 1st, which is 1. So instead of me to start counting 1, I'll just do 7, so it will be faster. So from 30th to 7th, it will be 7 days, right? So I have 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30, 31. So it took 31 days for her to have another menses. So now from this day to this day was 31 days. So this was Mrs. Erica's menstrual cycle length for this period. We are looking at Mrs. Erica, right? This was our menstrual cycle length for this period. So she had 31 days length, menstrual cycle length. So now we're going to look after that day to July 1st. So now May 31st to July 1st. We'll keep going. So now this is May 31st. It was on a Wednesday. Okay. So let's count, like I said, 24 hours make one day. So if you count from 31st to the following day, which is 1st of June, it is one day. So I'm not going to be counting 1, like I'll just do 7. So that it will be faster. So from May 31st to 7th of June, that is 7 days, right? Then 14 days, 21. Then the 28th, it was 28 days. We are going to July 1st. Then by 29th is 29, 30th, 31st. So by July 1st, it was 31st. So for this length, we had, or she had 31 days. So you can see that 31, you can say maybe that's stable, right? So she had stable menstrual days for 2 months, and that was April, May. So now we're going to look at what happened during this period, 1st of June, July, and August 14th. So come with me. You just go to your calendar. We'll continue from there. So now we stopped at July 1st. So we are going to continue. So now July 1st to August 14th. Let's count. Remember, 24 hours make one day. So we are going to count from July 1st to 2nd will give us 1 day. So to 8 will give us 7 days, right? So we'll just say 8. We are going to be doing 1, 2, 3. We'll do 8, 15th. Am I in July? Okay. 1st to 8, that's 7 days. Then 15th. Then 22, that's 21 days. 29, that is 28 days. Then 30th, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36, 37. By August 6th, it was 37. So let's move on. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So here it took Mrs. Erica 45 days for her menses to come forth. So you see that this is kind of a long menstrual cycle length, right? You agree with me? So if she continues to have this kind of cycle length, you can call this an abnormal case. That is what it is. But let's go on, let's see what it is. So now we said for us to know, firstly, we have to know what is Mrs. Erica's average menstrual cycle length. That is what we are looking at. So when you look at this, your ANCL will be 31. That's 31 days plus May to July, 31 days plus July to August, 45 days. And this will be, we are looking at the average. So this will be divided by 3. So now let's look at, you go to your calculator, right? So we are going to just add this up. You're adding 31. Use your calculator. Don't just guess. Use your calculator because you have to get it right for you not to miss your ovulation day. So you must get it right. So if you calculate and say 31 plus 31 plus 45, she has 107. This will be equal to 107 divided by 3. So the average is 107 divided by 3. So what will that give us? Let's look at that. 107 divided by 3. We have 35.6. So you're just going to approximate to, you know, the simple mathematics now. You just approximate to the next figure. Take this one and you have 36 days. So our ANCL, which is our average menstrual cycle length, is 36 days, right? So now, for a woman that is having 36 days menstrual cycle length, what will be our ovulation date? Like I said, we are looking at cases for real women. So these are real ovulation cycle and or menstrual cycle dates. So for Mrs. Erica, she is 36 days. So now we are going to look at our most fertile day, which is our ovulation day. We are going to look at all these terminologies. Just take it the way I'm saying it. Our most fertile day is our ovulation day. So now, to know our ovulation day, of course, ovulation before next period is 14 days. That's what it is. So we are going to have our ovulation day, or our most fertile day will be ovulation day will be AMCL, our average menstrual cycle length minus 14 days. So we have AMCL as 36 days minus 14 days, which is the ovulation day before the next period. So now 36 minus 14, like I said, use your calculator. Don't assume. 36 minus 14 is going to give us 22 days. So now our average, we've calculated our menstrual cycle length. Then now our average menstrual cycle length is 22 days. So, which means it is 22 days into our next period. We are looking at the ovulation date, right? Let's go back to our calendar. Let's see what that day would be. Let's go to our calendar. Okay. So now, the last menstrual date was August 14th. So go to August 14th. August 14th was on a Monday. That was the previous Monday before this last one. Okay, so we'll start counting from there. This is 14. We can do one so that you understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 14 to 21 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we are counting it into our next cycle, right? So that will be day 5 of September. So Mrs. Erica's ovulation day is on the 5th of September. Did you get that? So Mrs. Erica's ovulation day will be on the 5th of September. Even though she has maybe what we call fluctuating menstrual cycle, but she can still calculate her ovulation day and not miss it. If you look at this case, if you look at her case critically, you will see that it's very easy for somebody or any woman who falls into this case. It's very, very easy for her to miss her ovulation day. It is very easy because if you look at it, the length is kind of long, right? She has a long length, so it will be easy for her to miscalculate. But if you know what to do, you can still get pregnant. You can still get pregnant irrespective of the fluctuating menstrual cycles. Did you get that? So you can still get pregnant. So for her now, her ovulation day is September 5th. So congratulations to you, Mrs. Erica. Congratulations to you. Your ovulation day is September 5th. And of course, what will you do with this day if you are trying to conceive? Is to utilize this day, is to use this day to meet with your husband. Meeting with your husband is not to sit and start discussing. Meeting with your husband means you have to have sex on that day, on the 5th of September. So if you are trying to conceive, that is the day you are expected to have sex. And of course, in our previous classes, we talked about the length, how long your ovulation will last. And we said it can last, medically, it can last for 12 to 24 hours. So you can imagine this day. You can have sex in the morning, you can have it in the evening, just enjoy. It's your day. So your ovulation day is on the 5th of September. And when we're talking about the most fertile day or the fertile window, it starts 3 days before this day. So which means you can start enjoying your husband before this day. Yes, that is what it means. Before this day, now that 3 days, you can't it backwards, before 3 and 2. So from September 2, you will become fertile. So you begin to feel that slimy, slippery cervical mucus from that day. So for you to have that's very much ovulation, cervical mucus. It will be on the 5th of September. So enjoy, and hope we hear from you soon. We get to hear about the good news. Congratulations in advance. So now we'll be taking another case, and this will be for Mrs. Oguns. I'm going to take this off now. We are looking at another real case, another real example of a life person, Mrs. Oguns. So if you want to enjoy this free prediction, ovulation prediction, like I said, you can send us. We're going to have a link that you can send us your menstrual days. Just send us 4 menstrual days for this period. This August is almost going out. So if you've not had your menses for, most of them might have had their menses for August. So you can start from April, or you start from May, June, July, August. So in our next class, in our next live series, I'm going to be taking yours as well. So now I'm going to take another case, a case from Mrs. Oguns. So this is a case from Mrs. Oguns. So this is from Mrs. Oguns, right? So for Mrs. Oguns, menses was, firstly we are looking at menstrual cycle length, and she had a menses come April 2nd, right? Then she had it May 2nd, June, this is June 1st, and then July 28th. Oh, okay. July 28th. So probably she has not seen her menses for this month. This is what it means. She has not seen her menses. This is okay. Today is 25th. So if she has 28 days cycle, she likely will see her menses come within this period. So since this is what she sent, it means that she has not seen her menses for August. So we'll look at it. That this woman might have missed her menstrual ovulation day, but let's just look at it and see when the ovulation day will likely be. So firstly, we're going to go to our calendar, right? And we're going to look at the length between these 2 months. So we go to April 2nd to May 2nd, right? April 2nd was on a Sunday, so the menses came on a Sunday. Okay, so we'll start from, like I said, the first day into the following day is 1 day. So we'll just do 7 days at a stretch. So 2nd to 9th will give us 7 days. That is what it is. Then 9 to 16, that is 14. We are counting to 2nd of May. 23rd is 21 days. 30th is 28 days, then 29, 30. So to 2nd means that it took her 30 days, yeah? 30 days from April 2nd to May 2nd. That took 30 days. Then May 2nd to June 1st. So we'll continue. Let's continue. May 2nd. Look at your calendar. You know, this is a practical process. Look at your calendar. If you go to May 2nd to June 1st, we have 2nd to 9, 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30. It took another 30 days. This is almost becoming like Erica's case. Okay, so we're going to look at June 1st to July 20. Did I look at June 1st? Okay, June 1st to July 28th, June 1st to 8, 7 days, 14, right? 22nd, 22nd, 23rd, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So this one took from July 1st, June 1st to July 28th. Now this is 14, 21, 22, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. So this took 27 days. June 1st to July 28th took 27 days. So now these are our menstrual cycle length. Okay, when I asked in the previous library series, I asked for women. If you are wondering where is she getting all these dates from, these are live cases of menstrual cycle length for women that sent in their menstrual dates. So what I observe is that many women do not keep their menstrual dates. So a lot of times when you're trying to calculate your ovulation, it becomes difficult. You know, you can't say, okay, I will remember. How to remember is once you start menstruating, you go to your calendar. You know, the calendar is designed in such a way that you can keep anything you want to keep. Any kind of information you want to keep, you can store it there. So you go to your calendar, just tap on that day and write it. For me, how I keep my menstrual date is I just go to my calendar and type flow. That is it. So once I say flow, I know that was the day I had my menses. So whether you are trying to conceive or not, it's just a for me it's a normal thing to do. It's just a normal process to keep track of your menstrual health. So if you want to keep track of your menstrual health, whether you are trying to conceive or not, you can be doing this. You just go to your calendar, click on that very day, the first day you had your menses come, and say flow or menses or menstruation, whatever term you like to use it and store it there. It will be there. It will be there. So maybe in a period of 6 months, you can look at it to analyze the health of your menses or to analyze your menstrual health. In a period of 12 months, you can look at it and say, okay, I want to analyze the health of my menstrual health. That is if you are not trying to conceive. Then if you are trying to conceive, this will help you a lot. Because more further month, you know how you are flowing. But if you are not keeping the record, it will be difficult. It will be difficult. Or you start trying to think, was it that day I was in such event, that was when the menses came. You may miss it. You may miss it. And if you calculate it and you didn't get it right, or you probably did not remember the day and you pick a date, at the end of the day, it will not be your fertile day. You will miss it. Especially if you are relying completely on this method to calculate your menses. And you have to be fertile for you to have other ovulation signs. You have to be fertile. That is when you are fertile. You have other ovulation signs like slight increase or change in temperature. You know, you have to be fertile, like feeling that light of cramp. You have to be fertile. You have to be fertile and feeling horny on your ovulation day. This is when you are fertile. You get it? So this is what you're supposed to do. Keep track of your menstruation dates. If you are trying to conceive, keep track of it. It will help you a lot. So we are going to calculate. Now we know our menstrual cycle length for Mrs. Oguns. We are going to look at our average menstrual cycle length, right? So here we'll just go to, of course, our average menstrual cycle length is based on 3 cycles that we already have. So we can go on now to calculate this. So we go to go to your calculator. I'm going to have 30 days plus 30 days plus 27 days. So I have here, this will be 87 over 3. We are taking an average of this. Then what will this be? 87 divided by 3 is going to give us 29 days. So now our AMCL is 29 days. The next thing we'll do is to look at our ovulation date. Like I said, the best approach to calculate your ovulation date is to have an average of 3 cycles and then use that to calculate when you likely be ovulating. Right? Okay. So let's move on. We'll have, so now your ovulation date, and for every woman that has similar menstrual cycle length, is the same thing for you. Whether you are the real Mrs. Oguns or not, it is the same thing. It will just be exactly the same thing. So of course we should definitely have many and serious, so many cases like this that you have your menstrual dates on this very day. So now the ovulation day will be, of course, the average menstrual cycle length, which is 29 days minus ovulation before next period, which is 14 days, basically 14 days. Right? 29 minus 14, that will be 15. You use your calculator. Let me use calculator. Use your calculator so that you are very sure you don't miss it. Don't go and say, I did not calculate well. 29 minus 14, 15. So Mrs. Ogun's ovulation day is 15 days into our next cycle, right? So let's see in real time what this day will be. So now, to check that, we'll go back to our calendar. Remember that our last menses was on July 28th. She has probably not seen her menses for this month. Oh, I hope she has not, our ovulation day has not passed, but I think it has. Okay, let's look at it. July 28, July 28, it was on a Wednesday, so you can't, 7 days will be on the 5th of August. Okay. July 28, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I thought so. So our ovulation day has passed. The ovulation day has passed, Mrs. Oguns. So I hope you utilize that day and you met with your husband, you had sex with your husband. So your ovulation day was on Wednesday or Thursday. 13th is what it was when. Wednesday, 28th, 5th, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th. That was on Thursday, 13th. Wait. Let's look at this again. Okay, 28th July. All right, let me look at this again. Into August, okay. 28th July. By thought, it was 7 days, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th. Okay, it has passed. So it was on the 12th of August. It was on the 12th ovulation day. So ovulation for Mrs. Oguns occurred on the 12th of August. Oh, okay. She has likely not seen her menses for this month. Yeah. So which means her menses may just be very close. And if she utilizes if this day, you may not see the menses. Let's hope you will not see the menses. Yes? Let's pray you don't see these menses because she's trying to conceive. So pray that you don't have those menses come. So that is that for Mrs. Oguns, right? So we'll be going on a short break, and when we'll come back, we're going to be having another cases from real women, and we'll be looking at Mrs. Akman's ovulation cycle. Just a moment.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't wire what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. We break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't wire what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. We break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't wire what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Well, we fell apart just in time. We break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't wire what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. Oh, we fell apart just in
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for staying. Okay, the last recase we had was from Mrs. Ogun. So now we're going to be looking at another recase from Mrs. Akpan. I have series of other cases here, but I think I will just take maybe one or two for today. But you keep sending me your measuring cycle length, and I will take it in the next session. So I'm going to be looking at Mrs. Akpan's case. Let me take this off. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for staying back. Thank you. And you shouldn't be viewing this alone. You can invite your friends trying to conceive. Don't leave them behind. If you know any woman trying to conceive, support them. This is how you also support them. Like I'm live now trying to support you, so you can also support them. Share this video, like this video, comment on it, and send it to other women so that they can join us in our next live series. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. So for Mrs. Akpa, we're going to be looking at menstrual cycle length. And hers started from May. For May, for Mrs. Akpan, for May, our menses came on the 28th. For June, she had her menses on the 27th. For July, she had a menses on the 28th, and for August, she had a menses on the 24th. 24th was when? Oh, yesterday. So which means Mrs. Hackman should still be on her menses today. Of course, that's the case. So her menses came August 24th, which was yesterday. Wow. So we are going to be calculating when Mrs. Akpan, she's trying to conceive. We're going to be calculating when Mrs. Akpan will be ovulating. So now let's get going. We're going to start from, of course, remember, I always take you back. Remember, we are looking at the length of these cycles. So firstly, we go to May. We go back to May. You see why you should keep your menstrual dates, because without it, you may not be able to calculate or use this method to track your ovulation day. And this method is very, very, very accurate. I tell you, it is very, very accurate. Whether you're using whatever method you are using, this one is very, very accurate. I've used it. In fact, this is what I use. This is what I use. It's very, very accurate. For this, we are going to look at May now. We're going to May 28th, right? Okay, May 28th was on a Sunday. So like I said, a day to the next day is 1 day. 24 hours make 1 day. So we're not going to be counting 111. We'll just do 7. So 28th to 4th of June is 7. Then 11, 14th, 21, 28, 29, 30. So total 27th, May 28th to June 27 was 30 days. So this length is 30 days. Now we are looking at June. I don't really want to be very fast so that you can follow. June to July. So June 27th to July 28th. June 27th was on a Tuesday. So you have 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30, 31. So the day, this day was 31 days. Slightly fluctuating, right? Then for this day, July 28th to August 24th, let's look at that. July 28th was on a Friday. July 28th was on a Friday. So this will be 7, 14, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So to yesterday that her menses came, it took 27 days. So these are Mrs. Akpan's menstrual cycle length. So now we are looking at average menstrual cycle length. That's where we are going to. So now AMCL will be equal to 30 days plus 27 days. No, sorry, 30 plus 31 days plus 27 days. Okay. Of course, this will be, we have 3 cycles, then it will be divided by 3, right? So now what will this give us? AMCL will be what? Let's go, like I said, go to your calculator. I know you can just do 30 plus 31, but use your calculator so that you are double sure that you get the right answer. Because if you miss the right answer, the correct answer, it simply means that you are going to miss your ovulation day, and you don't want to miss that. So we have 30 plus 31 plus 27, and this will give us 88 days, right? So now This will be divided by 3. We're going to have 29 days. So Mrs. Akpan's average menstrual cycle length is 29 days. And we said basically ovulation before your next period is 14 days. So now let's look at Mrs. Akpan's ovulation day. So Mrs. Akpan's ovulation day will be 29 days into the next cycle. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Okay, so you're going to start from the last menses, which occurred yesterday. A menses came yesterday, which was 24th. Then by 31st, that will be 7 days. By 7th of September, it will be 14 days. Right? By 21st of September, it will be 21 days. So we can start counting from there. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So for Mrs. Akpan, your ovulation day will be September 22nd. Did you see that? So the ovulation day will be 22nd of September. Did you see that? So now we're going to take another real case from Mrs. Osayande. Okay, let's look at this again. No. Like I was wondering, how can it say this long? Okay. So ovulation day, of course, we need to take out the baseline of 14 days for the ovulation to occur. So it's 22nd minus 14. Mrs. Akpan, sorry, darling. 22nd minus 14. Or rather, 29 minus 14. Let's look at that. 29 minus 14. When you calculate this, it's also very good for you to recheck what you've calculated. In case there is a mistake, you can easily just look at it and correct it. So it's 29 minus this day minus 14 days, which is the ovulation next period day. 29 minus 14 days, that will give us 15 days. So it will be 15 days into our next cycle. So if we go to your calendar now, let's begin to count from 24th of August, which was yesterday. This is so 31st will be 7 days, to 7th will be 14 days. So which means our ovulation day will be September 8th. Mrs. Akpan's ovulation day will be September's date. So, Mrs. Akpan, congratulations to you. You are trying to conceive. So, your ovulation day is September 8th. And for this day, you are expected to meet with your husband, right? You are expected to have sex with your husband so you can conceive. Congratulations to you. We pray you conceive utilizing this day. And then, of course, your fertile window will be 3 days before this day. And if you look at your calendar, that will be counting from 5th. So from September 5th, 6th, 7th, and into September 8th, you will be fertile. This will be your most fertile days. So kindly utilize this day. We'll be waiting to hear from you. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Akpan. So this is just about what we'll be taking for this live series. Thank Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying with me. And in our next live video series, we're going to be taking the cases I didn't take today. We'll take them to. We're going to be taking them to the next video series. And keep sending in your menstrual cycle dates. Most of the cycle dates I've received, it's just one day, maybe for August, and I've responded to say no, we can't really have an accurate day or an accurate ovulation day. Use it just 1 month. So this is why you should, if you are trying to conceive, you should keep your menstrual dates. The day you menstruate, it's very easy to keep those dates. As you menstruate, as you see the blood, just go to your calendar. Most women, you're always with your phone, right? Go to your calendar and click on that day. For me, I said I use Flow, Flow, Flow. So once I pick my calendar, you will see, maybe next series I'll show you to see. That is what I also do. And I do it to keep track of my menstrual health. So for you that is trying to conceive, you should do this to keep track of your ovulation date and your most fertile window. It will be easier for you to conceive. Thank you again. Thank you. I will be waiting to hear from you. Bye. God bless you.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate.